Sails over the inline. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On second down, Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Now, a nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw Mariota. And Davis with it left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Right back to him on 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the toss, Lewis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is Lewis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Going deep here for Bryant. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, you got 3. I said 580. 53 is the mic.
They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Settle down, huh? Set 180. Hey, gun. I got this.
Throwing is Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Hey, on.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Simon, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. And Godot's kick is right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah,
that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Mariota now to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. working out of the gun. Mariota. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They run. This is Lewis. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Mario Addison able to drop him for a loss of 4. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Here's Mariota. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Caught left side by Funchess. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
I said line 80!
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Macklin was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
I said line 80! Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. No, right.
Throwing again is Smith. And he's got his target. That's more. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Smith now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That is caught at the 7. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. Again, Smith. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Take Carradine. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing is Mariota. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Ball going deep here for Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
I said 580!
After the interception, here's Smith. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Smith to Macklin. 41 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They come out here in the and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Alex Smith with his 16th touchdown of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-3. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short. Able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Mariota to throw it. Uncorks one for Davis. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Play action now. Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down is Smith. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Smith now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Looking for Funches, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Dontari Poe in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd down, Mariota. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. Right off the bat, it's a first down. Start the drive, 12 yards. Smith now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Smith. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Everyone ready? Line 80.
Out of the gun, Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Off the play fake, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Mariota. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Tennessee first down. That one Mariota to Matthews. Mariota now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 39 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Smith on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Looking deep here for Macklin. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And some room to work. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a toss play to Lewis. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And no, It's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's got room. Sheds off the tackle. And all the way down to the 39. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting